adopted pup, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Lloyd Wright, Sinatra, Zappa, Seltzer, and his friend and favorite Franklin dog adopter, Michael Seltzer. I'm Don Was, Oak Park's 116th most regarded music producer, and now, here's Franklin.
Oh, what a great audience. Thank you so much. And to you folks up in the balcony, thanks for coming. Good to see you all. My great band, lovely humans who play instruments. Special show tonight, the Judaic Art Studio, a brand new business in the village of Franklin. You're going to meet Rabbi Bentzi of Chabad of Bingham Farms and learn a little bit more about the new educational Judaic Art Museum. And you're going to see an encore performance, an encore interview with Susan Pepper, the new COO of the Holocaust Museum. And in particular, I want to draw to your attention a new installation there called the Evidence Room. You're going to see images of the Evidence Room, a brand new installation at the Holocaust Museum, and I thought it was worthy of another visit with Susan Pepper. So you stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome to the Franklin Show. And my special guests are a lovely family that have opened up what I think is a gem in our village of Franklin. The Judaic Art Studio has opened in the village of Franklin, and our guests, Rabbi Bentzi and his lovely wife and brand new baby. Welcome. Hi, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm so grateful to have you in our community, Rabbi Bentzi, Chabad of Bingham.
Bingham.
And you're doing wonderful things in the community. Tell us about your idea and how it's grown in the short time that you've opened up the Judaic Art Studio, and a little bit about the whole project.
Well, the Judaic Art Studio is an extension of the general Chabad programming that we have going on here for many years. We always look for new ideas to engage the community. And several years ago, we came up with this idea of having art events, primarily women's evenings, monthly women's evenings, where people would come together and we would have an art event connected with a coming Jewish holiday, where they would make some kind of craft connected to the holiday. We made menorahs, they had mezuzah cases, and we realized very fast that it's something which the community really enjoys. And those events where we've had to pre-register, they're at capacity many times within a few hours after we opened up registration. So we figured having something similar where people don't have to actually register to a one-time event, but rather they could come to a studio where they could make these types of crafts on their own time would be a very beneficial endeavor for the community. And we actually started off just as a summer pop-up in the summer of 2023 to see how that goes. We found a nice small space in Franklin, and we opened up shop. And thank you for joining us that day at opening there. You had you cut the ribbon at that time.
It was absolutely my honor and privilege to have been there for the grand opening and to cut the ribbon. And I just think it's wonderful that you've been able to develop this and that it's become such a popular spot that you're actually looking to find a bigger spot so that you can grow the business further. I mean, that says a lot. It's not easy to start a small business in our quaint little village of Franklin, right?
Yep.
And many will attest to that. So kudos to you both for taking this on and allowing people to express themselves creatively and learn a little bit about Judaic art. I think it's just wonderful.
Well, there are many people coming from outside the community, outside the village, because this is something unique in the metro area in general. And that's why we actually feel that it's beneficial not only for the Jewish cause, but actually for the Franklin Village cause. It brings a lot of traffic. And especially once we expand, we're looking to several areas to see what's the best opportunity for expansion. And we'd like to keep it in Franklin. The Franklin vibe, we think, matches the studio very well. And we think that it'll even be a greater attraction. We'll have longer hours, we'll have more space, many more crafts and the projects that we can offer. And that will be definitely a great asset to the community and to the village as well.
And who are the teachers who are teaching? Moussia, is this something that you're doing on your own, or do you have others that are helping in presenting ideas and creative opportunities?
So most of the time I run the workshops, and then sometimes different art teachers are involved in helping.
And how do people find out about upcoming classes and programs? Is there a website, or how are you promoting this in the community and outside the community?
Yeah, so it's mostly from our Facebook page, Franklin Judaic Art Studio, and Instagram, and from the website, judaicstudio.com. And we also send emails, and then it's word of mouth also.
That's fantastic. And what are the hours for the business? Are you open every day but Shabbos?
So as of now, it's mainly by appointment. And then some days we are open to walk-ins, and then I post on Facebook or Instagram. And yeah, I mean, right now it's mostly by appointment, but we would like to be open then in the future, 11 to 4, or we would have to see exactly what time would work, but we would like to have a more consistent schedule when we open in a bigger space.
That's wonderful. Well, you're a wonderful addition to our community. I've come to know you both. I've come to know your family, and truly generous and giving people who care so much. And it's nice to offer this to beyond the Franklin community and introduce Judaic art. It's a wonderful expression, and I wish you guys all the best. And I'm so grateful for your contributions to our community.
Thank you.
I also want to take this opportunity to thank you for all your help and helping us try to find a bigger space. Whenever something is available or maybe available, we hear from you. And we've actually reached out to several places, and we're hoping to have something soon.
Good.
So thank you for all your support from day one.
Good. We appreciate having you in the community and want to keep you and find a way to make it work so that you can expand and continue to do the wonderful things that you're doing. So on behalf of Franklin, who's laying at my feet, I just didn't want to disturb him. He's cozy and warm. And everybody in our community, I wanted to thank you both for being here today on the Franklin Show and sharing with us your vision for the Judaic Art Studio. And I welcome our viewers and listeners to check out the Judaic Art Studio at the Village of Franklin. Thanks, you guys. Grateful for you.
Would you like to see some of the Judaica items that we make here?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I just pull up a few here. So we have a menu, and people can choose from our menu what they would like to do. So here I'll show different items which are on the menu. One of the things are resin mezuzah cases.
Beautiful.
Here, so people can come in, and then we teach them step by step how to do it. This is another item from resin, a resin challah board, so it can be used for challah or for any other item. As we're talking here, there is a chamsa that can be done. This was something also from resin that we did closer to Rosh Hashanah, which is a honey apple dish. We can make tzedakah boxes out of resin also, and then we also have other mediums that we use, like alcohol ink. So these can be used to put the Shabbat candles on it because it's glass, but it can also be to cut the challah or for any other use as a tray.
In case you don't have dripless candles, that's a wonderful thing to have.
Right. So that's, and then the process is super fun, like using the alcohol ink, and so we show everyone how to do it.
How much time does it take to make some of these items? How much time should someone allow themselves when they come into the studio and say, make a mezuzah cover?
Yes, so it's usually between 1 hour and 1.5 hours.
That's fantastic. What a great thing to do your grandchildren come in and you can take them in there and teach them some of these wonderful things that they can create on their own and take pride in. I think it's great.
Yeah, this is another one of our popular items. This is a pie with mosaic style. We have all kind of pieces that people can put together.
Yeah.
You were talking about grandparents coming with their children. So we have a lot of these kind of appointments. Grandmother's calling me, I have the children today. Can we come in and do something? So, and we believe a lot in the importance of this, of the multi-generational connection, the connection between the grandparents and the children. We have sometimes 3 generations, sometimes 4 generations getting together. We have friends getting together and creating and relaxing as they do some art. I've got a lot of comments. This is so relaxing, or people telling me I'm not so into art, but so I was nervous to come, but this is just so fun and so relaxing. We also have once a week an after school club. So right now we don't do it in this location just because it's a little too small for the club. We're doing it at Chabad of Bingham Farms, and every week on Wednesday, children who are registered to the after school come and do some kind of a craft. So this is one of the things that we did at the after school. It says Mizrach, East, the Western Wall, because we pray towards the east, so this can be put towards the east. So the purpose of the after school is all about learning about Judaism while having fun, relaxing, strengthening creativity, and connecting together. This is something that they did where they printed on a paper, and then I used the heat press to print it on a mug. So there is the prayer that we say when we drink water or when we drink any kind of coffee or any kind of liquid. And they also drew other foods that has the same blessing. And then we printed it on the mug for them to be able to have it home and to have the blessing on here. And a lot of other things, we do some tzedakah boxes with mosaics and.
That's so beautiful. All of that. The only other thing I would offer up as a suggestion would maybe be like a dog bowl,
Yes. Yes.
That would make Franklin very happy. His ears just perked up down here. Well,
did he have his bar mitzvah yet?
He's on his way. He's 12 years old right now, so he's a young man. Yes. So we'll discuss that after the show. Thank you guys so much. God bless you both, and God bless your lovely family. I so appreciate you, and we thank you for being here today. And we hope that our viewers and listeners will check out the Judaic Art Studio in the village of Franklin. It's a wonderful, wonderful new business, doing great things and educating people. In fact, I got a call from one of our constituents who had said to me, my grandchildren are coming into town. Do you have any suggestions on places to take them? And I mentioned you guys. And they went, and they called me and said that was a wonderful experience. So good for you guys. Thank you so much.
Sure.
All right, folks. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Franklin Show. I have a very special guest that I've been looking forward to having on the show. Susan Pepper, welcome to the Franklin Show.
Good morning, Michael. So good to be here.
It's great to see you. Susan is the very first Chief Operating Officer of the Zekelman Holocaust Center on Orchard Lake Road near 12 Mile. We're very proud of that. And you've got an illustrious history and background, 20 plus years at Ford Motor Company with some of my dear friends.
Yes, actually almost just over 30.
Was it really?
I'm going to age myself there, but yes, it was a wonderful long career across many years and several different parts of the organization.
And we're so happy that you were able to make this transition after 30 plus years from Ford to the Holocaust Center. So tell us about that. This was, as I mentioned, as far as I know, there has never been a COO of the Holocaust Center. You're the first, so you obviously wowed everybody. Let's talk about that.
Well, I am the first COO, and that was really necessitated by the tremendous growth of the organization led by our CEO, Rabbi Eli Mayerfield. He was doing probably 3 jobs at the C-suite level, and it just reached the point where, due to the growth of our programs and our outreach, it became necessary to share some of that responsibility with a COO.
And let's talk about some of the responsibilities and the events that go on at the Holocaust Center. It's a wonderful facility, and we're proud to have it. How many years have we had a Holocaust Center? How many years ago was it built?
We just celebrated the 40th anniversary. So it first opened in 1984 in West Bloomfield, and it's been at its current location for 20 years.
I didn't even remember there was a previous location.
Yeah. Well, it really is a spectacular, over 50,000 square foot facility. It's just beautiful. I don't know if you've been there recently, but a brand new permanent exhibit was debuted just a year ago. So for your viewers, if you haven't been in the last year, you really have to make it a priority to see the great work with the new exhibit.
And yes, I was there recently for an event within the last 60 days. Obviously, for those of us who have been affected, I have survivor relatives. It's a very enlightening and difficult place to tour. But I do think it's important now more than ever. I mean, since October 7th, obviously, a lot of focus has been placed on anti-Semitism throughout the world. How are you and the organizers at the Holocaust Museum dealing with that?
Well, we've given it a lot of thought. We have a tremendously engaged board of directors. Many of those members have been with us even from the very beginning. And obviously, we take our mission very seriously in terms of remembering the victims of the Holocaust and memorializing their experience, as well as the survivors who came to Michigan after World War II to rebuild their lives. And so we do have a Michigan focus, but we understand, of course, that the lessons of the Holocaust are universal. And our shift, if you will, after October 7th was really to firm up our strategy around making sure that these lessons that we teach, we are primarily an educational facility, help us tie to addressing anti-Semitism, discrimination, and hate-based violence that goes on today.
Have you, were you able to get to the Nova exhibit when it came to Michigan?
I was not. I was in the throes of the brand new position, so working a lot of hours, but I've heard wonderful things about it.
Yeah, I had the experience of visiting Los Angeles, which is where it was originally. And it was quite moving. And I said, as I returned to Michigan, that it needed a national rollout, and that certainly Detroit, being the vibrant Jewish community that we have, was one of the places that it should definitely be. And it had made a stop. Now I believe it's in Chicago, but it's moving around the country, and that's good. And there's all kinds of news coming out currently about the situation in the Middle East, whether there is a ceasefire or not. As of this moment, it appears unclear. But it's a complicated issue and affects a lot of people. And so it's hard to dismiss the impact that that's had all over the world and so many people. So what else does the Holocaust Center do to help further educate, and how can people find out more information?
I think we're best known for the work that we do with students throughout the state of Michigan. Many come to our museum to learn about the Holocaust as part of their schoolwork. We also do a tremendous amount of workshops and teaching of the teachers so that they're better equipped and prepared to meaningfully educate their students on lessons from the Holocaust. But we've recently also grown into more and more adult programming. For example, we're working with the security sector, so law enforcement and others related to law enforcement, to help them see the importance of their role in adapting those lessons from the Holocaust in the work that they do today. We've also been expanding into groups such as the medical community and business leaders. So there's really no end to the amount of work that we can do to help adults and children apply those lessons to their daily lives.
Great. The Holocaust Center is on Orchard Lake Road. What are the hours, and so people can come by? And do you need any kind of reservation to purchase tickets?
No, you can drop in. You can go to our website, holocaustcenter.org. We are open Sunday through Thursday from 9:30 to 5, Friday from 9:30 to 3. And a really special thing that people should think about seeing is our Survivor Speaker Series. So every Sunday at noon, we have a limited number, sadly, of survivors still available to speak, but they come and they support us and they give these really touching, amazing testimonies of their experiences. And so I would encourage everyone to think about a Sunday visit.
Yeah, we have to cherish those survivors. There are a series of books produced by our friend Monty Must, who is a local well-known photographer. The books are called Living Witnesses, and they traveled the world, Monty and her team, which at some point included my wife, Lori, interviewing survivors all over the world and compiled them into a series of books called Living Witnesses. I'll get something up on the screen about that too, so if people want to procure a copy of that. I don't know if it's available at the Holocaust Center, but we have talked about that in the past, so that's something that we'll pursue. Susan, I greatly appreciate your being here today. I've known you for a number of years. We have mutual friends from Ford Motor Company when I was in the marketing business. That was one of my clients, Betsy McKelvey and Dan Trainer and so on. And a lot of fond memories of our work together. And I've known you, and you're a fine Franklin villager, and I couldn't be happier for you having this wonderful opportunity at the Holocaust Center.
I've been almost 23 years now in Franklin, and it's just such a beautiful village with tremendous neighbors. So pleasure to know you as well, Mike, and I really appreciate you inviting me to share a little bit more about the Holocaust Center.
It's my pleasure as well. Thanks, Susan. Thanks for joining us. Folks, we'll be right back after these words.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Thanks so much, everybody. What a great show tonight. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you all next time on The Franklin Show. Thanks for coming in, everybody. All of you folks up there in the audience.